Hey everyone, and welcome back. Today I am taking a bit of a break from the Renovating EA series to bring a speed build. And probably next week too, because this is going to be at least a two-part video series, whatever you want to call it. But anyway, we are doing a save file rebuild for Von Haunt Estate in Windenburg. And my son says that it kind of looks like Disney, like the Disney castle, but that was not my inspiration at all. If I can find the picture, I'll put the inspiration up. I mean, I guess I kind of get where he sees it, sees that, but I was actually looking up like French chateaus and that kind of thing to kind of get an inspiration picture. Like I said, if I can find the picture, I'll put it on screen around here or whatever. Anyway, this is the first build I've done since my cottage that I did a while back. I haven't built anything, so it's kind of nice to know that I still somewhat have it. It's still somewhat got it. I can still somewhat make something look decent. But anyway, I cut a lot of stuff out because this took like well over 7 hours to do over the span of the weekend. So there's a lot of stuff that I took out, but for the most part you're not missing anything. It's a lot of copying and pasting with this build. It's really not a overly complicated build. I mean, it looks complicated and it wasn't that hard. It was more of me trying to figure out what I wanted, how I wanted things to look, but I did have a reference picture, so it made it a little bit easier. But of course it was only a reference picture of the front, so I kind of just copied everything to the back and then changed things up and that kind of thing. You know how it works. But right now I'm kind of just doing the main, or the top floor. That is accessible from stairs from the other part. There's no toward the end, this one is not there's no, what's the word I'm looking for, floor planning in this one. It's just me trying to get the base of the shell and all of that, and kind of the landscaping, although there's not really actually any plants or anything put in, but it's me trying to kind of get the canvas, I guess you can say, fixed, so that in the next one I can landscape and floor plan and decorate and all of that. But had I combined it all, just both videos or all three videos that I had recorded, even sped up to like 5 times the speed, it would have still been like an hour and a half of footage. So I thought it was probably best to break it up, even, and now that was before I edited anything, just sped the time up. But right now I'm working on the exterior wall paint. That doesn't stay. The roof texture does, but the wall paint doesn't. That is from Eco Lifestyle, I think. And I ended up using the big stones from, I think, Discovery University. Actually, I used a lot of Discovery University build stuff because it just seemed fitting, and that's the most, I guess, castle-like, regal stuff. I don't really know what you want to call it, but it's what I had. So because I actually do not own all of the packs. I do own all of the expansion stuff packs and game packs, but no kits. Well, with the exception of Journey to Batuu, because I will never own that one unless it's like crazy cheap. And I'm talking at least 75% off. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just doing the little details and that kind of thing. See, I did try to use the cottage living thing wallpaper, and I really did like it, but it kind of made it look too cottagey, and I I wasn't really going for a castle look, but was also trying to go for a castle look, if that makes sense. It's not big enough to be a castle, so, and the land around it is not big enough to be a castle to me. So I kind of just went with like a mini castle, or even, I don't even know if that's a thing. But that's what I went with. And it's a castle-ish, or chateau, I guess you can call it. I don't really know. Anyway, also I want to thank you guys, all of you that have subscribed. I mean, right now, as recording this, I have 31 subscribers, and I know that to a lot of people that's not a lot, but considering, and I know people say this all the time, but considering I didn't think I was going to get past 2 subscribers, I'm really surprised and really happy that, you know, I've made it to 30 at least. And I just want to say thank you. I'm glad that you like my channel well enough to subscribe. For me personally, I take a really long time before I subscribe to someone. I watch several of their videos before I subscribe. So, and I don't know if that's like the norm or what most people do, but that's just how I've always done it. And so the fact that you chose to subscribe, actually, I'm very thankful and very grateful. I really appreciate it. Also, while you know, we're talking about subscribers and stuff, I mentioned this in my last video, or my last renovating video. I don't know, I can't remember. I don't think I did in the Create a Sim video that I did. But I have a community post for a Q&A for speed builds and renovations and stuff, to help kind of give me something to talk about while we're doing the build. Because as I've said several times before, I don't do a lot of crazy tricks or anything like that with my my builds, and I don't, you know, there's not really much to explain. It's kind of straightforward, kind of obvious what I'm doing. So if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask. You know, you can ask anything. That doesn't necessarily, again, mean that I will answer everything. I mean, I don't, you know, I'm not going to get too personal or answer super personal questions, but they don't have to be just Sims related. If you want to get to know me a little bit better or whatever, it's fine. But also, coming up on Friday is the first episode of the 7D Legacy Challenge, so I'm really excited about that. But I think we are wrapping up. If you like this and you want to see more, subscribe, and thanks for watching. Bye!